G'day, legends. Welcome to another episode of the Six Pack Podcast. I'm your host, as always, Aaron, and today I'm joined by Alex.
Look at that. That was pretty high energy.
Yeah. Had a lot of gusto, one could say.
Yeah, you're just feeling good today.
I am. It's not like you told me before we started to put more fucking energy in it.
And he took my message seriously.
Yeah.
How you doing, Aaron? You alright?
Living the fucking dream. How are you, Alex?
Oh.
Alright, nice. The glass is there, not there.
Good, I'm good. Just can't pour a beer. I'm going to
No.
enjoy this, though. First beer of the evening.
Yeah. I thought we don't lie on this podcast, Alex.
Oh, yeah, true. I actually genuinely forgot that I had another beer. It wasn't an intentional lie. It's been a long day.
Yeah,
We'll leave it at
you
that.
forgot about the warm-up here.
Warm-up beer. All right, what are we kicking off with today? We've got another challenge to start us off.
We do
as
have another
always.
challenge, Russian roulette, as I've called it. 6 shots, 5 of which will be water, 1 of which will be vodka. Ooh.
Russian roulette or shot roulette?
Russian roulette sounds more dangerous and exciting, don't you think?
Yeah.
A bit more clickbaity.
Yeah. Which is what we want.
That's what we want. I went on an aeroplane on the weekend, so we'll talk about that.
Has it got anything to do with the Russian roulette, or is it just a separate thing?
I guess aeroplane travel is always a bit of a rush, right, isn't it? We're doing a couple more BuzzFeed quizzes.
Yeah, we are.
Follow-upping our 2 controversy corners so far.
There have been some latest developments.
There have been some new developments. We got another look to the past, and as always, a brew review.
Yeah.
So let's
kick off.
kick off
All right.
into the challenge.
All right. This is the challenge time, Aaron. What do we have?
We've got Russian roulette.
Yeah.
5 chambers.
5 chambers.
Yeah.
So we're 1 chamber
It
short.
was meant to be 6, but the person who set all this up fucked it up.
Our bartender stitched this up.
Which is Alex's roommate Ryan.
We don't use names.
Sorry, Alex's roommate, unknown.
All right. So basically, what we do here is one of them's filled with vodka, the other's filled with water. So the person who are we doing? Like, if you get the shot, you have to do another shot, or is
Nah,
it
it's just
shot?
one and
That's
done.
the failure.
We gotta go, mate. We've already. Me and you had our little warm-up beers, plus then the beers during the podcast. Plus we're going to dinner after this. That'd be fucking suicide. So we're going to say today is the shot is just one and done. If you get it, tough shit.
All right, so how we're going to start it off is scissors, paper, rock, one and done. Person who loses has to do the shot, right?
Yep.
Ready? Scissors, paper, rock. Scissors, paper, rock. All right, you're first.
Well, all right. I thought it would be. All right, if you already said on.
Actually, that's
Nah, tough shit.
statistically.
You wrote something.
Statistically, I've made the wrong decision here. All right. Jokes on you is I've actually been...
It's water.
I was really hoping that we weren't going to do it first go. We also had to get our roommate to mix it because they're all in different shot
Yeah.
glasses.
We had completely different shot glasses, so I couldn't just do it.
It's water.
It's water. So it's now a 50-50.
50-50. But, like, should we have another one?
Nah, keep it at the 1.
Because, like, so what? If I get this right, you have to do the shot.
Pretty much. But if you get it wrong, then you have to do the shot. So now, it's actually good that it's sort of worked out this way because you're now left with a 50-50 for either the shot or not the shot. You can't fucking analyze it.
Well, joke's on you is I've actually been studying vodka and water for the past 6 months in preparation for this.
I mean, I seriously can't tell you.
I can tell the difference. But what I did last time was I went with confidence and I said, that one's the
Yeah.
vodka, this is the water. That was the vodka.
I'm so glad I didn't have to do that.
Oh,
I'm so glad I ate vodka so much.
that was delightful. That was actually a...
Do I still have to do the last one?
Maybe this is where he tricked us. Maybe
Maybe I've been praying.
maybe he's about to double fake
I'm
us.
scared.
Go on.
That's water.
That would have been really smart if you did that.
Oh, no, because you could have been faking me out. You could have pretended that it was
That would have been
vodka.
genius.
It would have
but
been
definitely
it definitely was
was
not
vodka.
what you did. It definitely was vodka.
All right. Okay.
So you lose another challenge. I think that's 3 consecutive losses in a row.
Yeah, we seem to be doing it like you lost 2 in a row and then now I've lost 2 in a row. So realistically, you're done next time.
Well, I lost like 4 in a row. I think it was something stupid like that.
I can't remember. There's too many of these. All right.
That was a fun little challenge, wasn't it, Alex?
Very entertaining. Go the winner.
Go the winner.
Go winners.
Go team.
We're all winners here. As you can kind of tell, Aaron and I tend to film the challenge towards the end of the video because it means that we can do the shot similar to when we're doing the brew review, right? But we do like to put the challenge at the start because we think it's quite entertaining. So, there's always a little bit of a disconnect. But, yeah, that's why. Cool. What's next? Aeroplane stories. Yeah, all right. Shoot.
So I went on an aeroplane, actually 2 aeroplanes in the weekend. I flew to Sydney and Gold Coast.
You did mention last week you were going to Sydney.
I really don't like flying on planes. Freaks me out a bit.
Why? I love it.
You love it?
Yeah.
Nah.
The bumpier the better in my
It's
opinion.
actually the first time I'd ever flown by myself.
This was?
Yeah, I'd never flown like alone before. I've always ever flown with my family or my girlfriend. I've never flown alone. So this
Big
is my
boy.
first experience.
Did you make it up?
I went very budget with it. Literally bare fucking bones. Because I was only going to Sydney for 2
you went on
days.
Jetstar and you didn't have any extras.
Yeah, I didn't even
just had
pay
a backpack.
I had a backpack, didn't pay to pick my seat, didn't pay for for baggage, didn't pay for anything. So I got randomly assigned seats. I thought the cat was about to jump
He
off.
was about to.
Yeah, randomly assigned seats.
What'd you get? Poet.
First time actually, I actually got pretty.
Billy's joining us for this week's episode
Yeah.
of the Six Pack Podcast.
I actually got pretty good seats, all things considered. The first one I got an aisle seat, and then the second one I got the middle seat, but there was no one next to me.
Oh,
There was someone next to me on the left, but no one on the right. I've never fucking been on. I don't think I've ever been on a plane where I've gotten a spare seat next to me. I always get stitched up and always have a full.
I've had it a few times.
But you fly business typically, so you.
I don't fly on business class.
No, but I mean you fly for business, so you're not flying on a shit airline and you pick your seat.
No, I'm usually on Qantas.
Yeah.
I'm usually on Qantas or Virgin. I've never flown Jetstar with business.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Why the hell would you do that to yourself if you're not paying for it?
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's always like literally I got given a piece of advice from my boss, which was always pick Qantas, and if there's nothing, go Virgin.
But I mean, actually, on the flight back, there was one moment where we were like flying out of Sydney. Sydney had like these storms and heavy rain, and so we were taking off in that sort of stuff. And like, so it was a bit of a rough.
I love that.
It was like the first 10 minutes as we were like getting to altitude.
No
and
better
it was quite
feeling
rough.
than when you drop a little bit and your stomach goes.
Well, actually, at one point we had the drop feeling for like 10 seconds. It was the longest I've ever had that drop feeling, and I seriously thought for a couple of those seconds we were going to die. And the child in front of me also thought that. So I just had my head, like I had my headphones in. Like, I had my headphones on, and I can just hear like all this, a bit of panic around me. And I'm just there like,
I am at the will of God.
yeah. And then the woman next to me also tried to talk to me while I've got my fucking headphones on. Like, clearly I'm not going to be able to hear you.
Well, at least what was she trying to talk to you about?
Well, I kind of keep like, because I was in the middle seat, I like to like just get a glance at the window to kind of get an idea of where we are. Like, when you're getting towards the end of the flight, like, all right, we're kind of going down yet, or you're still sitting up.
So you're like,
so I'm like kind of glancing over her, and every now and again she turned around, and I like quickly turn my head just to make eye contact. But one time I didn't turn my head fast enough,
and then you locked eyes, and it was too late to pull away.
And yeah, at that point I guess she was fanging for a conversation, so we locked eyes, and I was done for. I locked eyes. So that happened to me in Nimbin too. That's probably another story. But you did never lock eyes with anyone.
No. I don't mind flying. I've done it quite a bit. I've got to go to Western Australia again actually at the end of April. But yeah, I don't really care about turbulence or anything like that. It's I don't know, it's kind of a thrill. I don't mind it. I have no issues with flying. The only thing that stresses me out when I'm at an airport is getting to and from the airport. That is the thing that stresses me out the most. Like getting there on time. I've missed a plane before. Okay, I suppose this is a story. So the last time I was in WA, I've got family in WA as well.
Well, most of your family live in WA, really.
I got an uncle and a grandma. So
other than that, though, other than your immediate family, that's...
I've got two other uncles.
Oh, okay. All right, I'll shut up then.
Anyway, so I went over there for work, but obviously it was good to catch up with them as well. And so I think I flew in on the Wednesday and I flew out on the Saturday. And my family over there are great. They love a good time, love a little bit of a party. So I did want to spend some time with them as well, which is what I was planning to do on the Friday night and then fly away.
Really,
on Saturday.
grandma likes to pop off as well?
More so the uncle, yeah. But anyway, so this is the first time I'd been to WA. This was like mid last year. First time I've been to WA in a long time. And I forgot about... You've never been to WA?
No, I've never been to Perth.
The airport sucks. So you've got Terminal 1 and 2, and you've got Terminal 3 and 4. And you know how at most airports...
4 terminals?
Yes, but...
Fucking Sydney doesn't even have 4 terminals.
But
3.
But there's 4 terminals. But you know how typically it's like all along the long line? It's maybe like a 15-minute... Not the case with Perth. So you have 1 and 2, and then 3 and 4 is a literal 2-hour walk away.
Bloody hell. What?
It's like a 15-minute drive. But yeah, they're not together, and I didn't know that. And the fucking Uber driver the next day, I was already running late because I was out having a boozy lunch. Uber driver dropped me off. Well, I put in like Perth Airport, and it just like there's a section in where you can decide which way you want to go, like to go to Terminal 1 and 2 or 3 and 4. And the Uber just like the Uber Maps, whatever, for some reason just stopped at that intersection. And he made a joke like, technically I should drop you off here. And I was like, you motherfucker, you do that and we're done. You're done for. And anyway, so he goes Terminal 1 and 2, and I just said the Qantas terminal. Oh, I can't remember if it was Qantas or Virgin. It was whatever was not at that terminal.
Yeah.
I'm like, I just need that one. I don't know where it is. And he goes, okay, I think it's this one. He takes me there. He drops me off. Again, I kind of expected, even though there was a diverging lane, that, I don't know, maybe they're close.
They're pretty close.
And so I went to Terminal 1 and 2. Turns out I had to be at Terminal 3 and 4. And was walking around like dumpty-dumpty-dum. Again, I was running late, but I was fine. I had like half an hour before the thing, so... You know, I went to toss in my bag and I went, oh, fuck, I'm not at the right terminal. It's probably a 15-minute walk away at max. Definitely not the case. I then ran to go to the taxi because I was like, fuck, I need to get there like ASAP because I'm going to miss my bloody plane. And then went to the taxi and they're like, no, we don't take you between terminals. You have to get on the bus. And I was like, no, I don't give a shit. I literally said to the guy, I was like, I'll pay you fucking double. I do not care. I just need to get there like as quick as possible. And the shuttle bus just is not going to do it for me. And he goes, no, we don't take people between
Must be
terminals.
like a rule or something.
I don't know.
Have to.
Yeah.
Because if you can offer in the dude double, he'd do it.
And anyway, so I'm like, fuck's sake. So I get on this stupid shuttle bus and I can maybe make it. Like, I'm like, it's going to be close, but maybe I'll make it. Anyway, so I'm on the fucking bus on the way over to this other terminal, sweating because I'm so stressed. And then I get a phone call from the Qantas lounge lady, and she's like, hi there. Yes, this is me. Just seeing if you're going to be boarding with us today. Yeah, I'm like 5 minutes away. Oh, you're 5 minutes away. Okay, yeah, no, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to hold the plane for that long. Okay, sorry about that. And I went, and I was like, what do I do? I was like, I'm stuck on this fucking shuttle bus. I'm like, what's next to me? Well, we recommend talking to the customer service desk. They're probably the best ones for you. And I went, great. And this is like off the back of COVID. So like, obviously like flights are like minimal. And this was like a 1 p.m. flight. And turns out Qantas had cancelled the next flight. So I couldn't fly out until the next day if I wanted to go with Qantas. So I got back on the shuttle bus and paid for myself a flight with Virgin for that same day at 3 o'clock. So that way I had time to go back and get across. Anyway, so get on the shuttle bus. It takes me fucking back, which takes like another half an hour. And I'm again running late for this plane, but I'm going to make it. So I get to the fucking thing and he goes, are you on the 3 o'clock? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, you're close, but we'll get you in there. And I'm like, great. I don't care if I have to fucking sprint down this airport. Just get me out of Perth. And anyway, he looks up my name and he goes, doesn't exist. I booked on booking.com. We're like on the bus on the way there. Your booking doesn't exist. I'm like, what do you mean my booking doesn't exist? And he goes, booking doesn't exist. I'm like, what the fuck? Turns out I booked for the next month. It just defaulted to the next month, and I just pressed on the date, and I didn't look at the month, so I then had to get a refund. I had to spend months getting a refund, which I only got a partial refund for.
How did you lose?
Like $200. And then the next day, I then had to get a Qantas flight anyway back to WA.
I don't actually know the story about you fucking booking the wrong. I don't actually know that 1 month thing.
Yeah.
I knew the story about you missing your plane. I didn't know.
So
that.
I ended up going back to my uncle's place and having one piss up with him. But fucking hell.
And your midso wasn't happy you missed your flight either, was she?
No, not really, because my excuse was A, the Uber driver dropped me off at the wrong terminal, and B, I was running late already because I was at lunch.
You took no self-responsibility.
No, I said super.
Everyone else's fault.
Yeah, and to be fair, like, I didn't leave enough time for error. That's on me. I usually leave enough time for if something goes wrong, I can fix it. But I didn't do that in this case. I had a perfect, like, everything had to go right for me to make this plane. And everything did not go right. So, I love airplanes, but getting to the airport, it's been very stressful ever since.
Alright.
I'll never make that mistake again.
No, you won't. So we are back today with another BuzzFeed, or 2 more BuzzFeed quizzes. We're going to do 1 each. I'll be asking Alex some questions, he'll be asking me some questions. We thought we'd be a bit cheeky and do some maths ones.
I'll put the links to the quizzes in the description as well. Obviously, I'll put up the graphics so that way you can kind of follow along yourself. But if you do want to do the quiz to find out, you know, who you are as well, the links are in there.
So if you don't know, maths is also called Married at First Sight. It's a very popular show in Australia. Me and him don't give 2 shits about it.
We're trying to reach out to a broader audience.
Yeah, but I know it's popular in both Australia and it's actually popular in the US. And I think most countries, to be honest, have some fucking version of it. If you want to know what maths is, Google it yourself. I'm not going into it anymore.
Basically, you just
I said I'm not going into it anymore.
Basically, you get married to a stranger and then they get to know each other and then it might not work out.
Maybe, maybe not. There's lots of drama because all the people on it are social influencers. But anyway, that's a story for another day.
Put it in the middle so I can see it.
You don't need to see it. I was asking the questions. You know?
Wait, so you're asking me?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So what am I finding out?
Well, I'm going to fucking tell you if you wait. This quiz is called We Know with 99.99% accuracy what would happen to you on maths based on how you answer this quiz.
Oh, great. I love this.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Just vibing, married with 2 kids, traveling, CEO of a company, living a quiet life, living my best life with a puppy.
Well, I don't want to be married with 2 kids in 5 years.
Holy crap, we're not fucking thinking out about our entire lives with this quiz. Just pick one.
CEO of a company, fuck it.
What's your favorite takeaway? Pizza, Thai, Italian, Chinese, Japanese, or fish and chip?
Italian.
I hear it's fish and chips. How would you describe yourself? Bubbly, energetic, thoughtful, frivolous, life of the party, or down to earth?
I'll let you answer this one.
Probably life of the party. Speaks to me. What's your dream home? Art Deco apartment. Okay, not that. Inner city apartment. Secluded country mansion. Modern townhouse. High class mansion or a normal house.
I think which one do you think would be?
I'd be between high class mansion and inner city apartment. Leaning more towards high class mansion.
Let's go with that.
What is your love language? We're going to be deep.
So my love language: physical touch, acts of service, quality time, words of affirmation, gift giving. I don't believe in love language. It's quality time.
Lame. Not sex. Oh Jesus! And finally, your favorite maths pairing.
I've got no idea who these people are.
Michael and Martha, Dom and Ella. Jesus, they got like
Ollie and Rupert, Em and Jules, Troy and his toothbrush, Harrison. And
it looks like he's brushing his teeth with a piece of broccoli.
It's probably one of the first 4. Who looks the happiest here? I'd probably go with Cam and Jules. They look the happiest.
I like watching people like that couple on Pornhub. So
Fuck
that's the one
off. I'm not going to tell you. Look at Ollie and Rupert.
No! So Alex, what would happen to him on maths is he found his forever match. That's fucking lame.
So I'd find someone to be with the rest. Well, technically, I've already done that, right?
Yes. All right. Actually,
There we go. What did you guys get? Did you follow along?
instead of doing that, how about instead I just do the same quiz?
Okay.
I'm curious now.
Okay. So, all right, we know with 99, it's the same fucking quiz. We know with 99.99% accuracy what would happen to you on maths based on how you answer this quiz. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Just vibing, married with 2 kids, traveling, CEO of a company, living a quiet life, living my best life with a puppy.
Probably married with 2 kids.
In 5 years?
No, maybe not 2 kids in 5 years. Probably traveling or living a quiet life. Whatever you pick out of those 2.
Yeah, I'd pick living a quiet life. What's your favourite takeaway? Pizza, Thai, Italian, Chinese, Japanese, fish and chips?
I'd be between Italian and pizza. Probably, I'd go Chinese. Actually, no, Chinese. Chinese is probably more.
Well, you do love your noodle box. How would you describe yourself? Bubbly, energetic, thoughtful, frivolous, life of party, down to earth?
None of those, actually. Probably down to earth. I feel like I'm pretty self-aware.
Yeah, I feel like that. I agree with that. What's a dream house? Art Deco in a city, secluded country mansion, modern townhouse, or normal house, high-class mansion?
Probably secluded country mansion.
It's going to be that or a normal house.
No, I'd go the mansion.
What is your love language?
Physical touch.
And finally, your favourite maths pairing. Which one are you going to pick, Aaron? You'll run away with John Aiken. Who the fuck is John Aiken?
I actually know who he is. He's like the love expert on there. He's like one of the judges, I guess.
Why are we running away with him?
I don't know. You came into the experiments to find an emotionally mature and empathetic spouse, and you found just that. It just wasn't with who you expected. So I fuck off with the judge.
It was John Aiken.
Yeah.
How do you know who that is?
I'm gonna have said I've never watched a single episode before.
So you've watched an episode of Maths?
Yeah, buddy, the Misso's mum fucking likes maths.
Alright, fair enough. I'm
Alright.
gonna watch an episode of Maths.
So there we go. You will live a happy life, and I'll live with this
John Aiken.
fucking John.
Oh, great. We're
So,
doing
okay, another controversy corner.
following up on the last
Following up.
controversy.
Make sure you can follow up on both because both are relevant at the moment.
Yeah. There's I'll also put in the description the other. Actually, check out our other episodes where we talked about what did we talk about? We talked about Donald Trump. So talked about Justin Roiland.
Yeah, we've done 3 of these, haven't we?
Yeah, so I figured.
Actually, there's follow up for the fucking Justin Roiland one too.
Yeah,
We can follow
there
up
is.
on everything.
Yeah, we can.
Bloody
So
hell.
make sure you check out the other episodes of the
and
podcast.
That's the Andrew Tate one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make sure you check up on the other episodes of the podcast where we initially discussed our thoughts on these. Now we have a situation
Yeah, we got
on
3.
all of them.
All of them. We're in an update, so we're doing a follow up.
What do you want to start with?
I guess we'll start in chronological order.
Justin Roiland.
Yeah. I
He-
thought we did Andrew Tate first.
Andrew Tate.
I can't remember though.
Can't remember either.
All right, so maybe it's in chronological order, maybe it isn't.
MacBook, tell us.
Yeah, you tell us.
in the
But we'll
comments.
start with Andrew Tate because that's what I thought it was.
Yeah.
So he's been released from Romanian jail.
Yeah,
I think he's on house arrest.
He's on house arrest.
I think that's kind of fair because he was detained without without actually being charged.
Yeah.
So he's now on house arrest. Again on house arrest without being charged with anything yet.
Yeah.
Wouldn't happen in this country.
No, and that's the thing. Like, it's just kind of has been what? How it's been like almost 2. It's been about a month.
Nearly this entire year. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't like Andrew Tate, but dude's being detained without being charged.
Yeah, and his brother as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, if they're gonna detain him, at least fucking charge him with something.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I saw his because I remember. Let me try that again.
I mean, I
there
saw his
was-
thing about getting into a fight with the ghost in his cell, I think it was, or some of the Twitter shit. I don't think he's been posting, I guess.
No, someone's been.
He
posting
passes it on to someone in the bus. I guess he was clearly struggling in jail because some of the shit he was saying.
But yeah, he. I heard there was potentially he wasn't going to be released on house arrest because they were too concerned about him. Obviously, his level of social control and influence, and how that would influence any evidence that would come to light with any allegations or anything like that.
Yeah.
But obviously they still did. But yeah, he released his first video, which was just him smoking a cigar, walking up and down
His house.
He's pacing back and forward.
I'd
Yeah,
have to be fighting ghosts there.
yeah, he's got hair.
does.
He's got hair.
No, I suppose he can't shave.
No, you can't. Yeah. Yeah, so he's out.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Maybe another controversy corner follow-up.
That was an awkward time to take a sip because I felt like you threw it to me and then I was drinking my beer. So
No.
shit.
No, it was all good.
Yes, he's out in house arrest. See how that goes. So I've got here the actual tweet. We talked about the Andrew Tate ghost tweet. I've got here the actual tweet. You haven't seen it. I've seen it. I think it's the funniest thing that he tweeted while he was in jail, or tweeted as in his
Someone else did it.
So the actual tweet is, I was awoken last night by an icy chill and identified a ghost in my prison cell. Oh, crap. He was terrified and begged me not to annihilate him. I sent him back to hell with a message for the demons. I'm always ready. That's it. I think that's the funniest prison tweet that I remember seeing. Fucking crack me up when I read it.
He's just taking the piss. He's taking the piss.
My favourite line is just, he was terrified and begged me not to annihilate. Oh, shit. So yeah, that's the Andrew. That was the funniest Andrew Tate tweet from prison.
God,
hopefully get some more crackers while he's in house arrest.
Yeah.
Right. Justin Roiland.
He got off.
He got off. And all the
What
charges
the
against him
fuck?
were thrown out.
I'm pretty sure we said on our podcast when we talked about Justin Roiland that there was a multitude of evidence and previous case.
The thing is that he's got off for criminal charges, but the evidence still suggests that he's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the thing. He hasn't been criminally charged. Don't know what Adult Swim will do now because they sure as hell don't look good.
No. Well, because then they're not going to go back.
They won't go back. Fucking companies never go back. It'd be interesting to see, I guess, now. Oh, I suppose this was probably a few weeks ago now that he got off. I think I remember seeing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't know. It's interesting. I can't remember why exactly he got off.
I don't know.
Maybe I should quickly look it up on the iPad. Alright, so got up the article. So the reason the charges have been dropped is due to a lack of sufficient evidence under reasonable doubt. So essentially, he has definitely been fucked over, I guess, by these charges. Now that they've dropped them, like I said, the evidence suggests that he isn't the greatest bloke in the world. However, it's
not enough.
Unfortunate that he has been charged without, he's been sacked now from everything for these charges, and they've just been dropped.
Yeah.
So rip Justin Roiland, I suppose. Maybe we'll see him again. Maybe we won't. Don't know. See how it plays out. Typically, once someone gets cancelled, they don't get uncancelled.
No.
People are guilty until proven innocent, and even when they're proven innocent, they're still guilty.
It's too late.
Too late.
I think the best case of guilty until proven innocent was Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
Even he's
It's still a struggle though. It's just because people hate Amber Heard though. That's kind of when it goes in his favour.
Alright, the final controversy corner follow up is
Donald Trump. He's been arrested.
Yeah.
That's that.
Pretty much it.
Wasn't as much of a shit fight as I thought it was going to be. I think it possibly will be a shit fight in the future.
I also did some research into your old mate president who you said got arrested for stealing a horse. He didn't get arrested for stealing a horse. He got arrested for taking a horse and carriage. Speeding with a horse and carriage.
Speeding with a horse and carriage.
Yeah.
By mistake. Because I keep seeing news articles saying that he's the first president to be arrested, but that's a lie. And it's bullshit. And we don't stand for that in this fucking podcast. We stand for the truth. And he isn't.
Yeah. And dude, that was like
over 100 years.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
But still, we stand for the truth.
We stand for the truth.
So yeah, I guess I will see how this plays out. Probably be a bunch of bullshit. Nothing really will come from it. I really just don't know where they're going to get the criminal charges out of this.
Well, so no, because what I was looking at, so it's.
Alright, so the actual he's facing 34 individual charges. However, to sum it up, the official indictment alleges Trump falsified records with intent to commit another crime. So that's the main summary of what he's facing.
Right.
He's facing, like I said, a lot of individual charges, but that's the main one. So yeah, Yeah, I guess we'll see how it plays out. Because again, there could be ramifications seeing he's running for president again if he does get elected. A lot of people don't like Joe Biden. I don't really like Joe Biden.
Because he can still go for president.
Yeah, he can serve as president from prison. A jail sentence actually doesn't restrict you from running for president.
And fucking considering most of his audience were rednecks anyway.
Jesus.
Then they'll probably like it more.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a change. Look to the future.
Yeah. Alright, so we're going to look to the past. I don't remember us actually doing one of these.
We haven't done one in a while.
No.
It's been a while.
I think the look to the past today will be when I turned 18 and hit the mean streets of Coffs Harbour.
What did we do? What day was it?
It was a random weekday. And I did take the day off work, and I remember my mum took me to the Sex, as we call it. That's another shit pour. What the fuck is this?
The Sex is the CEX.
I called the CEX, which is like the RSL. It's the ex-servicing club.
Yeah.
We call it the Sex. It's if you want to have a punt or anything, or if you want to have a great slap on the pokies, it's got the most pokey machines in Coffs. And it also is pretty cheap booze and stuff. So we usually ended up there at some point during the night. We haven't been there for a while though.
No.
But your mother's gonna live across the road from it, so you'll probably end up there more often in our future years. But anyway, yeah, my mum took me there for the first time, like just to have a slap on the day, and it was like this random weekday Thursday. I think it was a Thursday. And I remember we put in $50 and I walked away with $250.
Not a bad. It's
not a bad
luck, mate.
Beginner's luck, and ever since then, addicted. Because I remember we played King of the Nile. I remember the exact thing. King of the Nile is actually an older machine. I don't know if they've got the same machines.
No recollection of King of the Nile.
No. Maybe we go to the pub after we record this, so if it's King of the Nile there, I'll point it out. I remember, I don't know if they've got like all the same machines overseas and stuff, but in Australia, you've got Queen of the Nile and then King of the Nile. So we didn't play Queen of the Nile though, we played King of the Nile.
No one fucking cares about King of the Nile. Move on with the story. We spent 30 seconds talking about the bloody machine.
You droned on about your airports, so I can drone on about my pokies. So King of the Nile, like you get 3 pyramids. You don't have any of these fancy jackpots like you do on the modern day machines. It's just you fucking got to line all the shit up and then you win. Anyway, I remember, I think it was that night or a night, maybe the night after, we hit the town. The town being Coffs Harbour. I remember though it was still a weeknight because...
Wasn't it the same night?
It might have been the same night. I don't fucking remember, to be honest. I remember bits and pieces. But I remember that we also ended up at the Sex. I think we went to a couple of different
we did. We went on a crawl.
Yeah. Was it just me and you that night, or were there others?
It was.
Yeah.
Oh, it might have been throughout the night, but at the end, what you're going to talk about, it was just us.
Yeah. I at least remember the end. So, like, we did our thing. There might have been other friends involved. Can't remember, honestly. I only remember the end, which is we then walked... You lived at that point, like, several kilometres away.
I've done that walk
from the centre of town. And but for whatever reason, at that point, we decided to walk back to yours. We did make it.
I've done that walk many times.
Yeah. We decided to walk from the centre of Coffs back to where Alex lived, which is Coffs Harbour, which is actually Coffs Harbour Jetty. So the jetty is like about 4 kilometres away from the centre of town. And so we're like, fuck it. It is a long walk. Usually about an hour, at least. An hour at a good pace.
If I was drunk enough, I remember I'd run it. I'd run like intermittently. I'd like run and then stop and then run and then stop. But this day, we decided just to walk. But we did have an extra mode of transportation involved.
We did. So we ended up, it was definitely a weekday night because the streets of Coffs Harbour were dead. Like really dead. None. It would have been like 10 o'clock on some random like Wednesday or Thursday or something. Because there were no one around. Everything was shut. It was
definitely later than that.
Yeah, because even Coles was shut. Because Coles at least...
It was probably like midnight or like past midnight on a weekday.
Random weekday.
And there's like a few major roundabouts in the Coffs Town Central. When we first found the shopping cart, it was actually not too far away from where we left. It was like in Coffs Town, sort of the main area. And we were going around the roundabout. You were pushing me in the shopping cart.
We were going through the centre of town in the middle of the road with me pushing him in a shopping cart. And it didn't actually... I don't remember it ending badly.
I think it fell out, but I think I landed I think I landed on my feet. Like, I genuinely think you flipped and I like landed on my feet.
But yeah, I just remember going to literally the center of one of the main streets of Coffs Harbour.
Skirting around the
Skirting
fucking
around the
roundabout.
streets with a fucking shopping cart with you in the middle. So yeah, it was good times, that one.
Yeah, it was. Now,
Do you remember your 18th?
What did I do for What did I do for my 18th? Was it just a house party?
I don't fucking remember. I would have done I would have been 17.
Whatever it was, I'm sure it was good fun.
Probably.
I can't remember. Remember it. Fuck. Yeah. No, I can't remember what I did for my 18th. That's going to frustrate me now. Anyway, story for another day.
Story for another day. Alright, so our final segment, brew review. Today, what have we reviewed, Alex?
Goat. Goat is a beer produced by Asahi Beverages.
Oh, I'm glad it wasn't Pinnacle Drinks.
Yeah, we've been steering away from them for a while. Not intentionally, though. Just...
Did you check who it was made by before you bought it?
No, I just grabbed it again. It was on special, so it was there. So it's a 1.2 standard drinks at 4.2% alcohol content. Yeah, I'm assuming it's one of those startups which got bought out by Asahi.
Yeah, I've had it before. Before today. I don't love it. For me, it just really tastes too heavy, I guess is the way I describe it.
It tastes more crafty than anything.
Yeah, it really does, and I just don't love that taste. So, like, it's a nice beer, don't get me wrong, but it's just not my favourite. So today I'm going to have to rate it at a 4 out of 6.
4 out of 6.
4 out of 6. I will happily drink it if it is provided to me, but it is not something that I'll ever go out and buy. Even if this was on special, I would pay the extra couple of bucks and buy something else.
Okay. I will give it a bit higher. I'll give it a 4.5, I reckon. Like, it is quite crafty, but it's not advertised as a crafty beer. I think it's like kind of supposed to be more of a lager, but it's not. I do think it's not bad. It's not a bad beer.
I don't think it's bad, but it's just too crafty for me.
Yeah, fair enough. So yeah, I'll give it a 4.5. But I wouldn't buy it over other things if it was at a similar price point. But I don't think it's that bad.
You'd buy it again?
Yeah, I'd buy it again.
Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Six Pack Podcast.
Yep.
Socials are in the description below.
Yep, definitely. And don't forget as well, we've got our Discord in the description as well. As we've always been saying each episode, we want to make this more interactive. We want to have more input from our audience, whether you communicate with us via our Discord or you send us an email via our email in the About section of our YouTube channel. But we still want to get much more engagement out of this so we can make it more tailored to you. But otherwise, that brings us to the end of this week's episode. Click on Aaron to check out last week's episode of the podcast, and click on me to check out a Phasmophobia video if you're keen on some gaming content from our gaming channel. Otherwise, thanks so much, and we'll catch you next time.
Goodbye.